I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody.
The Crochet Crowd, Michael speaking.
Back away, Sage!
Dance like nobody's watching me.
So what we have to do is we have to orientate this bottom half to match the top half.
Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna.
And good morning and welcome to the Crochet Crowd here at 8:43 a.m. Atlantic time this morning. I have a question in my mind that I want to solve. I'm going to try to solve my answer in real time on screen, which is probably a stupid thing to do. So what I've done, and for my YouTubers that Journey members, you have seen that I made a wood base and then I crocheted using Bernat Fab around the wood base to create a basket. And I was thinking that Valentine's is coming. What if the wood base was actually a heart? And I know what you're thinking, nobody needs that. That's fine. So in trying to understand on how to do something, I noticed that another creator on YouTube that teaches how to do Adobe Illustrator showed how they had the circles, the something following a path. So all I know is that if I do a heart and I have a path, maybe I can do something with that. And so anyway, I'm going to try to do that on screen today because I'm an idiot. And so anyway, I will jump you to my other screen. So I worked on this here. This is a downloadable available on our website, the MikeyStitchStudio.com. And so what I want to do is that I want to do a heart. And so I think my first goal is to do a heart in the sense of I want the heart to be like free forming, like almost like a candy heart. So Yarn Inspirations has this new yarn called All-in-One Granny, but it has a heart shape with those almost like those sweethearts. And so it was kind of motivating me to see if I could do a basket that way. So this is going to require me to use Google and YouTube help in order to do it. So we're going to try to do some shapes, and we'll try to do that. So one of the things I use behind the scenes that I don't really talk about much, so I guess it's not a secret, but it's kind of my little thing, is that I use a website called Pixabay. And Pixabay allows me to download stuff and use it on our website stuff. So a lot of our stuff comes from Pixabay. So I'm going to look for a heart first, and heart shape. And I want this thing to be a vector. I know that because, you know, I'm extra special. And I would like the heart to be kind of just the shape of a heart. So anyway, Daniel got me onto another creator yesterday that does really kind of fun stuff. And so I want the heart. I've got a specific heart shape outline, and I want just the outline of it. There we go, got one. Oh, that's what I want. Something like that. Okay, so I'm going to take this thing here and I am going to download it. Download highest vector graphic SVG and download. And we're going to take this into our Adobe Illustrator. So Adobe Illustrator is what I use to be able to write stuff, all the crochet diagrams. So we're going to take the download I just took here and we're going to insert it on. And so a lot of what I've learned how to do is through the help menus of Adobe Illustrator. So this is kind of the heart shape I want. And I'm just going to simplify it down. I'm not sure how that happened. Oh, it's an SVG, the whole thing is. Okay. I don't know what's going on. What's going on here? That should not happen. I am going to get rid of all of this and back myself right out. I have no idea what I've just done. Oh, the bowl base. Oh, it went in the wrong document. Duh. Okay, we're gonna take it, put it there. Oh, it's putting it into a different file. Interesting. Don't save. So we're going to re-download again, and we're going to download it as a as a different type of file, the PNG. We're going to download that and take that over. I guess half the battle is trying to be able to find the resources, right? So yeah, so good morning to all. Have a nice early start here this morning. I actually thought I had to take the car in this morning to get it serviced. And then I realized that the dealership did not message me yesterday as text messaging. And so I checked my calendar when I got to Timmy's this morning and realized that my appointment's not till next week. So I got up early for nothing. So I'm going to try to get close to the same shape, like width-wise. So I'm going to just say that this thing is the height. The other one is 8 inches. So I'm going to say this is 8 inches. So what I want to do is use this shape to be able to do what I want to do. So we're going to now, I think it's called trace. So I'm going to check the help menu, trace, image trace. We're going to trace. Type, we're going to object. Okay, we'll find that again. So we're going to do a trace. Okay, so now we're going to so somebody's building ads this morning, so I have to do a pathway. So I think without investing too much time into this thing, I want to create a line and see what happens with it. So we're going to do. So I want the holes to kind of just go around. And I'm going to check the size of this. These holes were 10 millimeters. So 10 millimeters, what is that in inches? 10 millimeters was, let's take a look. 10 millimeters equals how many inches? Okay, so 0.39 of an inch is 10 millimeters. Okay, so let's just make a circle and see what happens. So we're going to, that's our surveillance going off in the house. So I'm just going to draw a circle and I'm going to say that it's 0.39 of an inch. .39. And then I'm going to take a copy of him. So the question is, how do I get the circles to follow that path? Right? So does anybody actually use this stuff? I don't even know. So the question that I will have then in Google, let's check Adobe Illustrator. have shape follow a path. Adobe use powerful tools, primarily objects and path tool for placing and the blend tool for repeating a single shape or gradient, allowing to distribute evenly and rotate elements. So objects on a path tool, placing multiple objects and the blend tool. Okay, so how do we do that? What the hell is that? It's beside the hand. Oh, it's that. I have never seen that. Objects on a path will arrange the objects in the path. I don't think you guys can see that, what's popping up in the menus. So how do I use it? Select all the objects you want, plus then the path should follow. Play. Object path, objects on path. Click the target path. Oh my God. Just did it. Okay, space or rotate. It's showing me, it wants me to take me on a tour. Let's take a tour of this. You don't see it on screen. Let's take the next. Detach and change the path on an object with the widget. Next. Access additional options from the property panel. Finish. Okay, so how do I use it? Select the objects you want to place, plus then the path it should follow. Then find the objects on the path in the toolbar. Objects and path. Objects on path. Objects on path. I don't see that. So find the objects on path, path, objects on path. Okay, let's not worry about that. So let's just see. And then object, path. No. Create two shapes and then a small circle. Object blend option, specified steps or specific distance. Object. Oh, objects on path. Options. Objects on path, expand. Objects blend, make. So it's following the path. Okay, so how do you make a number of them? Objects blend, replace spine and put the blend on the path. I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. Before I go too far, let's try. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's try again. So let's just say this path is that way. Okay, this is what I do with the diagrams. So we're going to then object blend options, specified steps, just say 5, and okay. And then she said object blend. No, she said object replace the spine. Oh my God, I did it. I did it. Okay, so how are we going to do the heart? Now the distance isn't equal though, but we can adjust that. Okay. Can we change the number of steps? So if I want, okay, I've never done this before. Object blend options. Oh, I have never done that before. Oh my God, this is going to save me so much time in designing. But that doesn't look equal there. Specified distance, I can do that. Okay, so let's try this. Let's bring back the heart. And let's just draw a shape. Object, trace. Okay, so I know how to do that now. So now we're going to go to a new screen and try Adobe Illustrator. Okay, place your image and select it, image trace tool, window image trace, or use the contextual taskbar. I love videos that just get right to the point. I don't have to worry about like and subscribe and the whole things. Okay, so we're going to, what did he say? He said object, image trace. Oops. Object, image trace. Object. There it is. Object, image trace. Okay, I did it. Now, how do I offset? Oh, you know what we can do? We can copy this so that I can get the lines to be the same. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to just hand draw that. I think I'm too close to the edge. So let's just go down here. I can straighten that out. Okay, where did it go? Okay, we'll try again. I don't actually think I applied color to that. And then I'm going to do the other side. Okay, and now we're going to do a circle. So we're going to take this and we're going to say, let's just say there's, I can always change it. So let's just say that there is 25 circles. So we checked this and this, and we blend. Oh my God, look at that. Okay, so there we go. So that's the solution right there. Learning something every day, folks. So we know that according to my measurements, this was 10 millimeters, so at 0.39 of an inch. And then we're going to take a copy, and then let's just say that there's 25 of these. Actually, you know what? Control. And now we're going to select this. I can't believe I've learned something new today. It's fabulous. Object, blend, replace the spine. It's not even though, is it? So the other lady talked about how to correct the spacing. Blend, blend, blend options, align to the path. Oh, it's already did it. Okay, we'll have to re-watch her again. Blend, blend options, align to path. Blend, blend options, object, blend, replace the spine. Object, blend, You know what the problem is? I know what the problem is. These were not, when I drew this, it was not the same shape. It was two different shapes. We'll try again. I wonder if that can be, oh shoot. Could you imagine if that could be actually the path? Okay, we're gonna, oops. What if that was the path? Okay, so what if I did, and then I choose that plus that and make that the path? I don't know. Object, blend, no. I don't know what that is. Oh. What if that was the path? stroke, fill, there's nothing. And what we do is we take one out. Oh my God, I'm actually learning something. What if that was the path? Ungroup. So that one plus there. Okay, what's this other piece here? Take that out. Learning something every day, folks. It's good for your brain. Object, blend. No. That's not recognizing that as a path. I'm going to object, expand that. I don't know. I'm at this point, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Expand. Object. No, replacing spine doesn't work. What if I made that into a guide? Transform, arrange, select. What if I just trace this? Nope. Okay, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Could you not copy the shape inside the heart? Well, the problem is that the shape is not a line. I'm wondering, though, something is wrong with this shape. What is it? Because the laser cutter only needs one line, it doesn't need two. Let's just see what happens. It's not saying to replace the spine. Oh dear. I don't want to, I want them to be equally spaced or my mania is going to go off hard. Okay, I'm gonna have to rewatch what she does. Okay, so I think I'm going to let's get a different layer. I think I'm going to just do my own heart. Oh. Now for the bowl, I don't necessarily want any sharp shapes, right? So let's get rid of what was there. We're going to take that copy, repeat it, and just make it smaller. Oh, hang on. Amazon is here. I'm back. Sorry, Amazon misdelivered yesterday, so we didn't know where the package went, so our neighbor just brought our package over. Okay, so we're gonna try an object blend. Oh, see. I wonder, can we actually expand this? I can. And can we actually move the spine? I can move the spine. Look at this, folks. I wish it was evenly spaced. Is it? Why is there not? Do you think that's object blend options? There's 25, maybe only 24 holes. I wonder. She moved. She moved one of those blocks. Let me take a look at that. She moved an individual piece. Okay, so what did she do? She went. Yes, okay, that's done. Select the path. Okay, done. Please use the add anchor. Oh, I gotta add an anchor. Add an anchor. Please use the add anchor. So that, add anchor. Please use the add anchor. And then what does she do? I see. Okay, so we're gonna add. Please use the add anchor point tool on this segment path. That's what I'm trying to do. Oh. Okay, so I think I know what I'm doing at this point. Called the kernel that helps with the spacing. Not sure if any exists like that here. The top point is the same as the bottom point. That's the problem. I am going to this looks bigger than that. Oh, it is bigger. Okay, so I'm going to just check all these off. What the hell is going on? Okay, so I think I'm in trouble. So I think that I gotta do some more education on this. Not a fan of the graphs. Love your work. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm not a strong reader. I recognized that when I was a kid, that I'm not the smartest person you'll ever meet. So the graphs help me to read the instructions. Okay. So I'm going to take this. So because I've drawn the heart on my own, this is something I'll be able to give away without any issues. So I'm picturing something like this little basket to be a bowl basket to be filled with candy or something. Maybe something for an office. what I'll do is I'll move this down. I have to get this away from the edge. So I've been using on the laser printer, I've been using our laser cutter, I've been using leftover wood shakes or leftover wood shingles that we have from one of my projects I did out in the yard. So it's kind of a good use for stuff that I already have. So this way, holes will fit a 6mm size J crochet hook with my Bernat fab to make a bowl basket. So these kind of templates you can pretty much buy as far as like already pre-cut stuff like this on Amazon from what I've been told. And then Daniel gets a lot of his downloads for his stuff that he's working with from Etsy. But in my case, I want to design my own because I want my own concept. So the red line is going to represent the cutting of the base, and then the green is the holes. So it's kind of not what I wanted to do as far as I really wanted to follow exactly, because my brain goes in weird ways when shapes don't actually match each other for distance. But sometimes a crocheter needs to do what a crocheter needs to do. And so anyway, this kind of bowl basket is just one ball of Bernat fab in order to make that happen. Okay, so I got an extra space here. I think I'm just going to space these guys out. And then what I can do is that I can put a shape in the center of the, like I did with the sheep. And so then Karen taught me that if I spray these after it's been burned, the charcoal from the burn will end up all over the yarn if I spray it with some shellac or something like that. I don't think a matte finish or something. I get it at the craft store. And so what am I going to do? We can do let's just Be my Valentine. Let's change the something fun, something. Do something like that. Let's do 100. Too much. 50. Let's do 75. So this will be engraved in the bottom. Maybe Be Mine. Be Mine. Would the space between holes factor the intention of the yarn not to crack or break? Yes. Yeah, so I kind of, so what I did is I kind of looked at the other shape just to kind of see the distance. Be Mine. You know, it'd be kind of really cute. I'm going to do it on the laser though. I'm going to save this. We're going to export this, export as. So the laser needs a SVG file. The range is going to be number 1. Valentine's. Okay, that's it. So I think, or just the word love, I can make different words. I can actually, if I decide to give this out, I can actually change the words. And anybody that has a laser can actually remove this as well, because it's going to be an SVG file, so they can put any other words. Something, conversation, heart, reminiscent. Okay, so I'm going to go out and cut this, and I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll see how this is going to go today. So you may see photos of this going online after I'm done. That's it. So thanks so much for joining me today.